So since I'm not on the stage, so this is going to be informal. So I just want to interact with you all. So are you all ready to talk to me? Yes? So let's have a little fun. What say? So I want somebody, like 5 people from the crowd. Can I get 5 people from this crowd? Anybody, anybody. Okay, everyone are bending your heads. Okay, so can I have you, please? Yes. So each table I'm going to pick you guys up. So how about you, sir? Yes, please. Right person? Okay. So how about you, sir? Yes, you. Yes. Okay, and you, sir? Yes. Hello, sir. Hi, hi. How are you all doing? Okay, so quickly we have this activity. This activity is called Fastest 5. Okay, so I say you a thing or an object name, so you have to get it from the audience. Okay, so whosoever gets it first, you guys will be the winners. And can we have the music meanwhile? 1 minute music. Okay, so you'll have 1 minute time to get that from the audience there. Okay, while you are playing, they will also enjoy. Yeah, right? Okay, so can we have a big round of applause? That's awesome. Okay, the first thing I want is, okay, whatever you get, you have to get me in 5 things. Okay, 5 in numbers. Okay, first thing I want is 5 Android phones, and your time starts now. Music, Android phones, Android phones. Can we have the music, please? 5. You got it first. Wow, that's awesome. So everything is Android, right? If I find iPhones, it'll go to me. It'll go to my account. See, that is iPhone.
Which one?
No.
No, no, this is mine.
Yeah. That's awesome. So he got it first. He got it first already. You can give it back to them. Okay, your name, sir?
Ajay Saxena.
Ajay Saxena. So can we have a big round of applause for winning the first round? He got it first already. He was too fast. Okay, so the next round. Let's see. Yeah, you can give it back to them and come back, please. Please come, sir. We have 3 rounds. We have 3 rounds. All right. So 1. So other 2, please. Come on, come on. Okay. So this is something I see. You will get it for sure. I need 5 spectacles, and your time starts now. But be very careful, handle with care. Oh my goodness, look at him. He's already done. Look at him, he's already. Actually, instead of him, the entire table is playing on behalf of him. Good job, good job. Superb. Careful, careful. Whose eyes is that? Make sure with the powers. Okay. So the third thing, okay, already has won 2 rounds. Hey, please, yeah, help others also, no? This team is entirely helping them. Okay. So the third thing I want is 5 again. And yes, I forgot it. Okay. I want, listen carefully, I want watches. Wait down. Wait. My requirement is still not done. Twist hair. See, everyone has a watch now, so that becomes very easy. I want watches with golden color. And your time starts now. Only golden color. Run around, run around. Run around. Run around, run around. Let's see who gets the maximum watches. Who gets it? Okay, so you got it. You got 3. And you got 5. Give me these 2. Give me these 2. And who said this belt is in gold? Boss, which way this is gold?
We heard the
Dial is gold.
Let us make it 5.
Controversy.
Yes, let us make it 5.
You got 5 already.
दे दो 5 हो जाएगा.
Okay, more.
ये लीजिए. अरे ये नहीं.
Okay, okay. No fighting, no fighting. It's okay, no fighting. Who is going to win now? You want to win? Okay, so can.
One team.
One team. So this entire crowd is one team, right? Okay, super. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And your name, sir?
5 ना?
SN Sharma.
SN Sharma.
SN Sharma. So can we have a big round of applause for him? And applause to all of you guys for supporting them. Right? You guys also played with them. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all? Welcome to you for this lovely, lovely evening for Equipment Times Present Yellow Dot Awards 2023. So can we have a big round of applause and kickstart this event? So this evening is an example for the consistent hard work where winning companies will be honored for their best performance in different categories. So are you all excited for that? Yes? So can I hear that louder? Are you ready? Okay, so with a huge round of applause, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Shri K.P. Shivkumar, Member Secretary, Honorable Justice H.N. Nagmohan Das, Enquiry Commission, Government of Karnataka. So we heartily welcome to you, sir. Mr. K.P. Shivkumar, KES, is retired Chief Project Officer and Chief Engineer, Karnataka State Highways Improvement Project, Government of Karnataka, currently serving as the Member of Secretary, Honorable Justice H.N. Nagamohana Das, Enquiry Commission, Bangalore, Karnataka. Mr. Shivkumar holds a Master of Technology, MTech, from the National Institute of Technology, Surathkal. Over the course of about 28 years of his career in government services, he has served more than 20 years in big project implementations at various organizations at Karnataka. Prior to his current role, he served as Chief Project Officer and Project Director in Karnataka State Highway Improvement Project from 2021 to September 2023. Chief Engineer at Shimoga Smart City Limited, Bangalore Metro Railway Corporation Limited, Mysore Urban Development Authority, Karnataka Housing Board, and various divisions of Karnataka Public Works Department. He was also one of the architects of hybrid annuity model of PPPs in India, which was first piloted by KSHIP. At KSHIP, he has spent more than 12 years in implementation of external aid projects at top management level and has multi-million worth of project from conception to successful completion of about 2,400 kilometers, and also had an experience in implementation in Jennam works and airport construction at Mysuru. That was really amazing, sir. This project got implemented by him, have received 2 President of India awards, one for KSHIP project in 2010 and other smart city project in 2023. Further ongoing KSHIP, 3 projects have also received national award from MOT in 2023. And recently has received State Best Eminent Engineer Award from AsiaNet Suvarna Channel. And presently he is a resource person at ATI, ASCI, and ABD, and World Bank, and provides training, knowledge transfer, and on the need basis. We heartily welcome to you, sir. It's an honor that you are here with us today. And also, I would like to welcome our event partners, presenting partners, Timken India, Media Kit partner, Legong India, Lanyard partner, Witten Group, Jacket partner, Construction Times, Hyundai Construction Equipment, Jacket partners, Equipment Times, Case Instruction Equipment, supporting partner, Mahindra Construction Equipment, Tata Hitachi, Hailstone, Propel, Action Construction Equipment, Aman India, and tour partner, Tibro. So to all of you, with a huge, huge round of applause, we heartily welcome you for this event. So we have the saying, Deepam Jyoti Parabrahma, Deepam Jyoti Janardhana, Deepo Harati Papani, Sandhya Deepo Namostute. So before we start up any event or occasion, so we have this custom of lighting the lamp and starting the occasion. So now I request all the dignitaries to come and light the lamp. May I request our Chief Guest, Sri K.P. Shivkumar, sir, to please join us. Professor Srihari, sir. Mr. Prakash Pai, Managing Director, Puzzolana Group. Mr. Glenn D'Selva. Mr. Anand Sundaresan, Managing Director, Aman India. Mr. V. Vivekanand. And Sakti Kumar, CMD. While they light the lamp, I request everyone to please turn on your mobile phone torches while we digitally light the lamp. Can we all do that? Please, can you all open your mobile phones and turn on your torches? So can you all wave it once with all the mobile phone torches on? Can everybody do that? We'll have a wonderful photograph of that. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Now I request Mr. Ramamurthy Maivan, Editor-in-Chief, to escort the chief guests, please, and welcome them with a bouquet. So please I request you to come on the stage, sir. Welcome to you, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, Yellow Dot Award 2023 is organized by ARC Events and Media Group. Under the group, we have two publications, Construction Times, a magazine dedicated for construction and infrastructure industry, and Equipment Times, a magazine which is a backbone of construction equipment industry. So with this, we are having this Yellow Dot Awards 2023. So now may I request Ramamurthy Mayavan sir to welcome the gathering.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all. We gathered once again to celebrate the 4th edition of the prestigious Yellow Dot Awards, recognizing the pinnacle of the achievements in the Indian construction equipment industry. On this occasion, it's our honor to extend our warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest for today evening, Shri Shiv Kumar, Member Secretary, Honorable Justice H.N. Nagbhavan Das, Inquiry Commission, Government of Karnataka, and former Chief Engineer and Project Director, KSHIP, Government of Karnataka. The Yellow Dot Awards represents an innovative global concept aiming to acknowledge the exceptional performances of the OEMs for their commitment to infusing innovation, design, and features into their product. In this edition of Yellow Dot Awards, we are thrilled to host a jury with a difference from the last editions. Representatives of the nominated companies presented their nominations of the products in front of the jury members, marking a pioneer moment in our journey. A heartfelt congratulations to all the winners. Your remarkable achievements and amid challenging conditions are truly commendable. We salute the entire industry by honoring you all today. Once again, we welcome you to Yellow Dot Awards 2023. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayavan. Now, I invite members of illustrious panel of jury to come up on the stage as I call out the names for a group photo. So are you all excited for that? And now my request, Mr. D.K. Narang on the stage, please. Okay. So Mr. H.S. Mohan. So while people are on the stage, I request everyone to join your hands and clap. Mr. Priyan Nayak. Mr. Glenville De Silva, Mr. D. Prasad, Mr. K. Subramani, and all our jury members to come up on the stage, please. So I need your continuous claps. Join your hands and clap because they have put in a lot of efforts and hard work to select the winners. So I'm all excited to call out the names. Thank you all so much for joining us on the stage. And now, may I request Mr. Glenn De Silva, Head of Jury and Founder CEO, North Star Business Advisory INC and former Vice President, Business Development Asia, Volvo, and Ingersoll Rand to give a brief of the award selection process and judging criteria, sir.
Good evening. On behalf of the jury of the Equipment Times Yellow Dot Awards, I would like to welcome you to the 4th edition of these awards. As you are aware, this event is held biannually in conjunction with South Asia's largest construction equipment trade fair, which is EXCON, and which, of course, is the reason that brings us all together to this one location. The Yellow Dot Award event is held on the evening of day one, the inaugural day of EXCON. This is an evening which takes time off to recognize and honor innovation, design excellence, talent, and individual contribution to the construction equipment industry in India. We believe this award process helps to spur and foster growth and in excellence in the construction equipment being built in India. Thus, in a way, the Yellow Dot Awards is a true herald to the Atmanirbhar initiative of recognizing innovation and design excellence of products manufactured in India. Congratulations to Ramamurthy Mayavan and the ARC Events media team for being a pioneer in promoting this recognition. Let's go down a little bit in history. How did it start? About 8 years ago, on a warm afternoon in May, a group of construction equipment veterans, along with Ramamurthy Mayavan, got together over a cup of tea to discuss initiatives that would enhance the caliber and the stature of construction equipment manufactured in India, and perhaps inspire the industry to go to the next level. Using the well-tested, age-old lean manufacturing concept, which says, if it doesn't get measured, it doesn't get done. The group congregated around the thought that the best way to spur excellence was to recognize and award innovation and design excellence. Thus, the ET Yellow Dot Awards was born. Its contours were vaguely modeled on the Red Dot Award, which you perhaps know is organized, which is originated in Essen, Germany, some 70 years ago, and today is internationally recognized as the Oscar for design and innovation in all products. It's not only construction equipment, it's all products. So what is the process of getting an award? It all begins with a nomination. This is a self-nomination on a predetermined format. Well, it seems that we Indians are sometimes reticent and shy to talk about our own achievements. So initially, in the first few years, although we did see substantial innovation happening in the industry, there was a huge issue getting quality nominations. If you recall, I did talk about this issue in the last 3 editions. I'm happy to say that this year, there's been a significant improvement in both quantity and quality of the nominations. We noticed that the construction equipment companies did put in a lot of effort in providing all relevant information asked for. Our congratulations to all the nominees for your effort to submit complete and very informative nominations. To give you an overview of the awards being presented tonight, awards are presented in 3 categories. We have product design, product application, and individual contribution. In product design, there are 5 sub-classifications: safety, eco-friendly, innovation, transformational value, and innovative use of digital platform. In product application, we look at the uniqueness of the application in material processing and handling, road equipment, concrete equipment, earth-moving equipment, mining equipment, and this year, a new addition is commercial vehicles. And then we have also individual awards, the individual contribution, a lifetime achievement award, and a plant head award. So that's the awards that is going to happen tonight. And the process, the selection process, the jury, as you know, are all veterans from the industry representing both OEM and user segments. Collectively, the jury has perhaps over 250 years of construction equipment experience between them. I won't introduce the jury because you've just seen all of them smiling over there for this picture, so I guess you know who they are. So this year, the jury, after a preliminary review of the nominations received, And noticing that there's been a significant improvement in both quality and quantity, the jury decided to modify the selection process and make it a lot more elaborate to do adequate justice to the nominations received. The jury met over 2 full days, and believe me, these were really, really long days. On day 1, the jury scrutinized in great detail all the valid nominations. Each was discussed in detail, and at the end of that very, very long day, the first shortlist was created. On day 2, all the shortlisted bidders were called to meet with the jury and to present their bid. The meetings began very early in the morning. The brief to the bidders was very simple and straightforward. They were told that none on the jury was looking to buy any product. We were not out to buy any product. We were looking for 1 or 2 distinguishing features that made the product different. Once this was understood, the presenters gave us short but very candid view of their products. This made the jury's job even tougher because we had so many good contenders. After much deliberation, and again very, very late in the evening, the final list of awardees began taking shape. We have now reached the evening where the awardees will be recognized in the presence of their peers and in the presence of the industry. While I congratulate the 2023 Yellow Dot Award winners for their contribution to excellence, I also applaud all the nominees for your significant contribution to the industry. 2023 is perhaps not your year, but you will have another Yellow Dot Award coming up in 2 years. Continue the great work, and perhaps the next Yellow Dot Award function will be your moment of recognition and glory. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Thank you so much, sir. Now may I have the jury meet video, please?
Hello. Meeting jury of Yellow Dot Awards was a very interesting thing. So I think it's good that the jury has told manufacturer and they asked a lot of very interesting intuitive questions. I think that by they asked a lot of questions. Now in this stage, jury will have better understanding of the machine, how they work, where they are used, and I think this will make that jury will able to make much better decision by knowing more about the machines.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for giving us to giving this opportunity to present in front of your jury people about our product. The second thing, okay, first of all, okay, they are asking so many questions related, technical questions related to our equipment. We are okay. We are happy to share our ideas and thoughts and our futures to the jury, and they were all happy for our answers. Second thing, okay, this type of events definitely will help us to go to the next level of people and to the media or advertisement or different segments. Thank you for giving this opportunity to the team of Yellow Dot. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. This is Gurmurthy from JCB, and this is exactly to we present this Yellow Award 2023, and we are very transparent and jury, and we have chance we get a chance to explain our products range of nominated products, and it's very pleasure to be present, and it
So these are some few videos that you just saw that. So how did you feel it? Right? Okay, so now may I invite Mr. S.P. Somashekar, Divisional Officer, KNT, National Highways Logistic Management Limited, to come up on the stage and address the audience, please. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome them on the stage.
Good evening to distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Somashekar. I served in NHI from 2003 till June 23, almost 20 years. As I retired as a regional officer NHI Chennai during June 23 this year. Immediately after that, I joined NHLML, a 100% subsidiary of NHI, where we are taking up the diversified jobs. So before this, I worked between 92 to 2003. I was with National Highway Zone, Karnataka PWD, where we executed the first 4-lane project of this Bangalore-Hosur road. So after joining with the NHI, nearly 21 years, we executed many projects, 2-lane, 4-lane, 6-lane projects, elevated highways, and of course expressways. We just started the expressways. I was part of this expressways in Bangalore as a project director as well as a regional officer in Chennai. So except Andhra Pradesh, expressway is going in full swing between the Karnataka as well as Tamil Nadu. But somehow another 2 years down the line, we are hoping to complete this expressways between Bangalore, Chennai for this southern region. So which will be a landmark project for all construction equipment industries. So you are all looking forward for that. That will give a general, overall development of industries along the corridor and also boost your equipment industries. During my tenure in NHI, I involved in construction maintenance of 2-lane, 4-lane, 6 lanes, already informed, under various modes of contract like EPC, HAM, BOT, and DBFOT. Now, before the commencement of mega highway projects under the leadership of the then Honorable Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee during 2003, the construction, development and maintenance of the projects were going in a very snail speed. That's already managed, they're all under the budgetary provisions of MOTH. We used to develop in piecemeal basis. After this dream project of Golden Quadrilateral GQ and North-South corridors, in the development of national highways, I picked up the pace. Just I'll give a small overall pictures, what were the highways, length of the highways in 50s to the present, 2023. My colleague, Mallikarjun, yeah. You can see, during 1950, we were having 23,798 kilometers of length of national highways. Subsequently, it has become to 65,569 kilometers by 2003. Afterwards, 97,991 by 2014. Subsequently, now presently it's 1,45,240 kilometers, and we are hoping to go up to 2 lakh kilometers of national highways by the end of 2030. You can imagine the growth. So how we have crawled and we are now come up to the steady phase now. In national highway, NHI, generally we spend more time for DPR. Generally we take 2 to 3 years of time for doing DPRs and award of the work. And same time, roughly 2.5 years to 3 years we take for completion of project, construction time also we develop it. This is mainly because of the support given by your industries. So without equipments and modern technology, we would not have achieved. It's both, win-win situation for construction industry as well as the equipment manufacturing industries. This has happened just because of your support. Since then, this development of 4-lane, 6-lane has started steadily since 2003. So just from 2003 to 2014, we will give just overview. 2003. Yeah, it is 65,000 kilometers as we expect already, and you can just see during the after that 2014 onwards, again this with this present NDA government, the momentum has picked up again, and we are spending a huge amount in development of infrastructure projects. Now we'll go to the next 5 years, what we are planning for. That's where your industries are interested in that. In next 5 years. So this is what our aim is to go develop another 55,000 kilometers of highways with different categories. So we are having expressways planned for 3,300 kilometer, economic corridors for 15,400 kilometer, and national corridor of 7,500 kilometer. Then inter-corridor and feeders 8,500. Of course, border and international connectivities 3,000, and coastal port connectivity projects to the tune of 2,300. Further, now actually, apart from the road, we are having a lot of structures. We are concentrating on the bridges, elevated roads, and of course, metros everywhere. Everywhere your contribution is utilized in terms of huge machineries like cranes, rigs, gantries, etc. So it's an inseparable parts of development of highways, your construction industry, especially OEMs. Apart from this, NHAI now diversified into the other activities, ancillary activities. So they have diversified through this one, NHLML. Under NHLML, we are developing MMLPs, wayside amenities, ropeways, port connectivity projects, solar projects, etc. So overview of NHLML projects in India, we'll just bring it out for you. So nearly 35 MMLPs are planned across India. Out of that, only 4 have been awarded so far. The largest one is at Bangalore near Davaspet, which is already coming up. It's under the 4 awarded projects. This is which is now coming up near around 8 kilometers from the Davaspet. We're on the 648, NH 648, old 207 NH. It is being developed on a plot of around 400 acres with a joint venture with the government of Karnataka, NHA, and RVNL. So we are, the various facilities given under that is we are creating this closed warehouse, open warehouses, silos, container yards. So this will be a big boost for your construction industry as well as for the manufacturing industries in terms of support, logistic support. We can only give support. Here we don't manufacture or do anything. We will only give support for conveying of the materials or transporting of this. This is basically logistic part. Nothing is, no manufacturing there. So this one will be a dream project for Karnataka, around 400 acres in the busy Davaspet industrial area. So apart from that, this is a part of this proposed MMLP in Bangalore. So other facilities under this NHLML, we are developing these intermodal stations, presently planned in 3 places, Nagpur, Varanasi, and Katra. Next. Wayside amenities, over 600 plus sites are planned across India, across the country. Next. Of course, port connectivity projects, which were earlier with NHA, now NHLML is involving and we are taking up separately. Next. Then we are also improving the public transport terminal infrastructure facilities. Next. Next one, we are developing the ropeways to the international standards. We have taken up something already in Varanasi. One first project is coming up. In Karnataka also, we are planning total 15. Out of that, state government is planning to take over 3 and NHA likely to do 12 ropeway projects. The major destinations are this Nandi Hills, which is already underway. The state government has already taken up that. From NHA, we are planning this Kodachadri near Kollur, and afterwards this Anjanadri near Hospet, Hanegundi, we are planning. Subsequently, we have another sites like Mullayanagiri, all those things are there. That's in the pipeline. Next. Apart from that, we are also developing warehousing zones. That's now in the planning stage. These are in pipeline. NHLML is also taking up the solar power projects in some of the already developed highways like Trans-Haryana, Trans-Rajasthan corridors. Next. That's all. Okay. These activities could attain phase with the support of OEM industries, which in turn boost the expansion of OEM industries, basically. Yeah. Generally, component of equipment machineries is about 40% in an estimated cost of road projects. But when you go back to the production of materials, again, equipment and manufacturing industry will come into picture. That is anybody's guess. Without equipment, maybe if you calculate it, may go 70–80% with the participation of equipment and material, machinery industries only. Because if you take any construction material like cement, steel, everything, every stage it will be involved. All this manufacturing and equipment industries are involved. So the equipment industries, that growth, we are moving parallelly. The construction industry is growing with the manufacturing industries, OEMs like that. With this, I conclude my speech. I sincerely thank you all, and especially this Equipment Times and Construction Times for providing this opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now may I request Mr. Ramamurthy sir to give away the token of honor to Mr. Somashekar sir. I request Ramamurthy sir to come on the stage and give away the token of honor, and I request everyone to please join your hands and clap. So 1 second, you can go for a photograph. And now it's time to call upon Mr. Srihari to address the gathering on opportunities that we have in Karnataka. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome them on the stage.
A warm good evening to all of you here. Now we had a very good informative lecture about the National Highway Development and what are the various projects undertaken. Here I want to be very specific for Karnataka what we need based on our finance resources and also the requirement. Now we are talking more and more on tunnel roads. The tunnel roads, unfortunately or fortunately, any road construction in Bangalore particularly will have its own advantage, its own disadvantage. Any road will be full of vehicles only because the vehicles getting registered is very high in Bangalore. Well, we have more than 1.45 crore vehicles, almost same population. So what I want to insist here, and also being an advisor to the government of Karnataka, I want to take it forward to see that the mass transportation should be encouraged. In that direction, because the land value is also not very costly as compared to the road construction. Because the road construction, for the carrying capacity, for the number of vehicles it carry, we have to spend a lot of money. On the other hand, if we talk more on the mass transportation like metro, like any other transportation, with indigenous built transportation modes also is very important. So now I look forward for the future, what is stored upon for the future. The future we are looking more on the humanless technologies. Because I request all of you kindly to listen to me in a high-level meeting in Delhi. See, we have discussed more on this issue. We are going more and more for the humanless intervention technologies. That is one which is accuracy 100% more beneficial and also the cost of involvement will be very good also. So now, involving more and more people also can be curtailed, and they can be drafted to some other works also for the betterment of the country. So in this direction, the artificial intelligence and also the machine learning is very, very fastly is approaching the Indian brains, and I'm sure shortly a day will come and all people will migrate from the present requirement to the human-less machine learning as well as artificial intelligence. Because this is the one solution all over the world, not only in India. India should not be back from anything else. We are also a leading development, scientific temperaments, and the technological, not only investing, but also the fast research-oriented organization we have in India. And I'm sure this kind of technologies will help a lot for the future development in Karnataka. I request all the manufacturers, productions, and also because the human psychology and also the manpower is very, very important, no doubt. But in case if any requirement like more stresses, more problems, and human technology or human interventions will fail to an extent, then we have to depend upon mostly on the artificial intelligence sector only, which is throughout the world, not only America, US, so many other countries are also falling in line with this requirement. So we are looking more and more, because the Bangalore is well known for its congestion, and my own research paper, it also stirred a lot in the government of India, even parliament, the matter has been discussed, that in Bangalore, annually we are spending 19,725 crores as a loss of money due to delays, congestion, highest in India. And immediately I got a call from Delhi, why can't you do some work for Delhi also to know? Because Delhi, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Hyderabad are very, very similar cities, unlike the Chennai, Mumbai, Calcutta cities, where one side we have a seashore, where in which water transport also can be operative. But these cities, which I said, are more congested, and everyday people will curse on the government or any other agencies what you have done for to remove the congestion. So this is attracting a lot from us. Not only this, it follows for so many other cities also. And every one of us should also transform ourselves for the modern, innovative technology, innovation technology, and also, of course, whether it's a machine or whether it's artificial intelligence, ultimately the brain of the human work behind that. So I'm sure the brain of the human works much more faster than the computer or the system, because they are the brain behind the machines. So I need all of you, shortly, if not today, if not this year, the coming years, will be transfer ourselves to the modern innovative technologies, where in which the faster construction and faster deliverance, that is very important, and also faultless technology should come. Even you might have seen a tunnel recently in Uttarakashi, what happened to the tunnel. Because geologically we are not accounted for what type of rock it was and what type of drilling should be made and how to make the drilling. It is falsely, it has been projected, and nobody could do anything for almost more than a month time it is. So fortunately, we are able to recover everything, all the lives have come back, and we are very thankful to the Prime Minister himself for involving himself, monitoring himself, and also leading the team with other government agencies also. So even national highways are also there, and lot of things were there to see that. So I'm afraid, because any tunnel technology may not serve at this point of time. No doubt the foundations are very good in Bangalore. We have a granitic rock. Deccan Plateau is full of granitic rock. But still, our technology is not fully developed. How to drive a tunnel under the ground, because metro taking a lot of time, in fact. Otherwise, we could have spread the metro for so much of kilometers. Now we have a 288 kilometers now metro after the completion of the airport line, Hosur line, and also the other line to the other extension lines also. With this, I want to cut short, because I was told by our organizer to control and regulate my speech time, so that we want to start the very, very important event, that is the prize distribution for awardees. So thank you all for patience hearing and listening to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We cannot send you without an honor, sir. I request Ramurthy, sir, again to please come on the stage and give them a token of honor. Requesting Mr. Anand Sundareshan, sir, to give the token of honor.
Today I am honored with this memento and all the things about the subsequent time and also the equipment time. Thank you, Mr. Ramurthy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So now it's again time to call upon Mr. V. Vivekanand, President of the Indian Construction Equipment Manufacturers Association, ICMA, to address the gathering with the initiatives taken by ICMA. So with a huge round of applause, let's welcome him on the stage, please. So I see the last benches are not even joining their hands. I request everyone to please join your hands and clap while the dignitaries are coming on stage and addressing. Thank you.
Yeah, very good evening to each and every one of you, and it's my pleasure and honor to be actually part of this important occasion. And we always, as an industry, wait for this day to happen, and I mean the inaugural day of XCon, because the inaugural day of XCon actually really brings us a lot of hope on what the future is going to look like. And this is like icing on the cake, right? So you have actually also an opportunity to look back and then see what was accomplished by the members of ICMA in terms of what they did to really just contribute to the industry's growth, what has happened so far. So I am definitely privileged to be part of this, and I definitely want to pass on my advance appreciation to those people who are actually going to be getting the award. And that doesn't mean that those who are not actually going to get the award are not going to be appreciated, because the mere fact that you are actually getting qualified yourself to even nominate actually shows that you have made a significant contribution to the industry, which really actually all of us are going to be proud of. Because as you always know, that ICMA's tagline really talks about shaping industry, shaping India's tomorrow, and that's typically what we take pride, right? So we are actually making equipments which actually really shapes the India's future, and you all actually having an equipment which not only just shapes the future but also makes a difference in the way you actually shape the future is something which I definitely want each and every one of you to really take pride, and I'm sure you all do so. And if you were to really just look at what I just talked about again in the past and the future, right, and if you were to really just go back, I know there are industry veterans like Glenn, Anand, who have been part of the industry like for over 45 plus years, and I know HS Mohan is also there, and he's probably the oldest from what I just understood. So if you were to really look at what we used to really just think about how an industry should really just shape up in the past to what we are thinking now is actually drastically different. And from the point of really just talking even from a country point of view, right, so we started at the point of saying that, okay, we need infrastructure. And we changed it after a point of time saying that, okay, we need actually world-class infrastructure. And as we speak, we now aspire for, okay, we want to actually set benchmarks. Because some of the things what we actually heard from the minister in the opening speech, right, we are not going to be following anybody, and actually rather it's time for us to really just start leading the rest of the industry, and not just within India, but actually globally. And I think that really is the big transformation I can see from where ICMA started. I mean, ICMA represents all of you, and to the point of where we are today and what we are aspiring for. And I think that's a big transformation to say so. And you all know the quantum of the investments, what is going to be actually done in the space of infrastructure. As India aspires to become a $5 trillion economy, I know the government is actually very conservative in the estimate that, okay, they are likely to get there in 2030, and I'm pretty confident that we will probably be getting sooner than later. But what is going to be the backbone of the driver of that economic growth is obviously infrastructure, and then as we all know that we are definitely having a bigger role to play to really just bring that faster and then pull it forward. And if you were to really look at what has really transpired in the past, and I would probably go back to Glenn days and Anand Sundareshan days when you were the president of ICMA. I know, Glenn, you always used to talk about cautious optimism, right? And I think that's something which you normally use. And I think we obviously had a lot of uncertainty with regard to the outlook of the industry, but we always had hope. for sure. And we actually just always talk in the context of, okay, we are not very optimistic, but we are actually cautiously optimistic because that's what keeps us engaged and energized about the future. But as we speak, we are actually, I would say that we actually gone the other way around. So that time when we talk about cautious optimism, the industry was not actually doing good. It's either flat or actually declining. And today, if you were to really look at how we look at the industry, the general discussion is it's okay, it's not growing at the pace what we expect. So we are actually not very happy with it. So I think from the point of view of what we used to be concerned in the past to the point of view of what we are concerned has totally changed. And that really talks about the quantum of transformation that has happened in the thought process. I know, sir, you talked about the significant amount of infrastructure which is actually going to come. And the way I see it is what has happened in the last 10 years, probably we are going to see much more growth in the next 5 years. And that would obviously mean a lot in terms of the industry growth. So we have a good reason to believe that there is going to be a definite amount of buoyancy on the growth of the industry in the coming years. And as we really just continue to really look at the growth, one thing which we always say, and I know the minister also challenges the industry, is to really come out with innovative solution. And I would like to thank Equipment Times to come out with an award which actually strengthens our commitment to actually drive a lot more innovation to make sure that we are not actually going behind volume, rather we are going behind technology and then coming out with some innovative solution, by virtue of which we can also get the technologies in place which can actually get that infrastructure what it normally took 10 years in just less than 5 years. And I think that's pretty much is the essence of this award. And I'm very confident that the industry outlook is great. And we heard, I know ICMA's vision document really talks about being the #2 CE industry by 2030. But obviously, the minister actually said that you should aspire for #1. And I think there is a good reason for us to believe that it is very much possible for us to aspire for that #1, looking at the quantum of projects, what is there in the pipeline. And when we really get to that point, we not only actually become a lot more Atmanirbhar and in terms of self-serving the needs of Indian industry, but also actually get the economies of scale which can actually help us to be actually a global manufacturing hub for equipment. And one of the things which we recently did in ICMA is to really just come out with the ICMA Technology Vision document, which I know many of you are actually part of. So we did actually come out with 3 pillars what we need to focus, which is pretty much in line with what the minister actually talked about, what he wants. And obviously, #1 is safety, because we are actually working on infrastructure building, and first and foremost thing we are actually concerned about is obviously the safety of the people who are involved in each and every one of the project. And so one of the key pillar of the ICMA Technology Vision document is safety. How do we really just bump up the safety of each and every one of the equipment what we serve, by virtue of which we can aspire to achieve actually zero injury on account of the equipments on the job sites. The second is, the minister actually talked about a lot more on sustainability, because sustainability is not a nice to have. I know 10 years ago it used to be a sort of a buzzword and a nice to have, and actually it's a question of survival, because we do definitely see that there is a definite need for enhancing our commitment to sustainability. Actually, it's more of a competitive advantage to say so than actually a nuisance value like what the traditional thought process used to be. So the second important pillar what ICMA Technology Vision document has got is actually sustainability, which will really talk about how we are actually just embracing sustainability across end-to-end value chain, right from the selection of the material to actually, again, the equipment design, which will talk about even the alternate fuels, and also looking at the circularity. So it actually is from cradle to death. How are we really just embracing sustainability is another important pillar which the ICMA Technology Vision document has laid down. And last but not the least is the solution. Are we doing to do things the same way? But obviously that's not going to get us what we want to. And we want to really be innovative in terms of actually bringing solutions to the table which can actually improve quality as well as the productivity, and then also the efficiency at which the infrastructure is being built. And I think these are definitely some of the great thought process which we as a collective industry has actually put forward as a framework to see how we want to really just drive that growth moving forward. And I'm very excited to really see the quantum of opportunity ahead of us, and I'm also equally excited that we are not going to do the same thing in multifold factors to really get there. We are going to do different things, and I'm pretty sure that the Yellow Dot Equipment Awards will have to actually come out with a much more intense criteria, and I'm sure there will be a lot more submissions. And I know Glenn talked about a significant amount of transformation in terms of the nomination as well as the shortlisting process. And I would expect maybe it will take several weeks to shortlist than not several days, like what it took, and which is actually a good thing. And I definitely want to not take too much time, and I'm mindful about the time. And again, thanks for giving me the opportunity to really represent the industry. And then I definitely want to say my advance congratulations to those who are actually going to be the winner. And I look forward to really just see this award function getting stronger and stronger. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I request Mr. Glenville De Silva to give the token of honor to Mr. Vivekananda, sir. Please come on the stage, sir. Thank you so much. And now we have to move ahead with the next topic, that is skilling initiatives by IESE. So now with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Anand Sundaresan, former chairman IESE, to address the gathering with the skillful initiatives that is given by IESE.
Oh, that's too much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope there are some ladies. Well, actually, this particular topic was supposed to be covered by my industry colleague Dimitro. Unfortunately, he had to go for a meeting, so I am seconding for him. So in a way, it's good. I don't want to stand between you and the awards distribution, so I will make it as short as possible. We have seen from the presentation that the number of projects which are likely to come up from National Highway, those are not only the things. If you see the numbers, you know, few ex-con back, our Minister, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, had said that at that time it was 90,000 kilometers of road. He said that it will double, and that's what is happening. We have seen by 2030 we'll be going up to 200,000 kilometers of National Highway alone. Besides that, we have state highways, and we have the other roads which are going to almost 60 lakh or I don't know, 60 lakh kilometers of road. So obviously this cannot be done by hand. We need mechanization, we need equipment. So there is a huge opportunity for the industry to grow. Now, if I go back for when all these equipment are coming, we also need operators. Without that, we cannot operate this equipment. We know, all of us sitting here are equipment manufacturers. We know what kind of problem we go through. Many a times we supply the equipment, and for some silly reasons, the machine is under breakdown, the customer shouts at us, and then you know, what kind of a training do we provide when we supply the equipment? We give them the equipment, go there for a week, train them, train their operator, and by the time we come back, the operator is gone. Somebody else is coming and operating that equipment. So there was no scientific way of really training the operators to operate the equipment. There was no scientific way of training the mechanics to take care of the equipment. So sometime in 2014-15, ISEMA, we thought of promoting Infrastructure Equipment Skill Council. That is how the IESE was born. Glenn De Silva sitting here, he was the first one to, you know, when he was the president, he was the one to start with. All of us were there, of course, with him. And we started that. And if you look today, the number of equipments that are getting sold, and you also saw from the presentations, also everyone talked, Glenn also talked about innovation. This award is also on innovation. So that means more and more modern equipment, state-of-the-art equipment, all these things are coming up. So definitely the people have to be skilled, reskilled, upskilled. So continuous training is necessary. The construction equipment industry last year, that is 21-22, was about 88,000 units. And last year, 22-23, it went to about 107,000 units of different types of equipment which was sold. And all of you know that our contractors, they employ an operator who is having a heavy driving license. But driving a truck or driving a vehicle is not the same like driving an excavator or a backhoe loader or crane or whatever may be the equipment. So they need to be trained for that specific particular equipment. So that's why the skill council was formed. So if you take the life of the equipment as 10 years, there are cases where people are using it for 15 years, 20 years and all. And in the last 10 years, average about 80,000 units have been sold, which means there are at least about 8 lakhs of equipment at any given time working in this country. So each equipment, if you take 2 operators, maybe 2 mechanics, I'm taking the smaller number, that means 8 lakhs into 4. That means about 32 lakh people have to be trained. But then, unfortunately, there is this particular profession of operating a construction equipment is not aspirational. Basically because government has not mandated that the contractor has to use only a certified operator. This is the biggest problem. So that is why our contractors are also only employing people who have a heavy driving license and asking them to operate that. So the infrastructure equipment kills, so the complete burden to train the operators is on the manufacturers. This is the biggest problem what we are facing. And ISC is striving very hard to request the manufacturers to come forward and train the people. But what we find is that only a handful of construction equipment manufacturers, they're really supporting ISC, they're really helping us to increase the number of trainees. Oh, CEO, Mr. Mohan is here, sorry. I didn't, yeah. So, so they are not coming forward. And this has been always the problem for infrastructure equipment skill councils. So 2 things have to happen. Number 1 is that all the manufacturers, they should come forward in skilling the people together with ISC so that we are able to train more and more number of people on different types of equipment. The second thing is the government should make it mandatory. We should make this particular professional aspirational. People, if they are not educated, they say that, okay, if I have a driving license, I can drive a car and become a driver. And nowadays, a lot of IT industries are there, so there are a lot of opportunities for the drivers to, drop the employees and come back. Like that, if this particular profession also becomes aspirational, then, which can only be done by government, then I'm sure that the skilling initiatives will go a long way. It is extremely essential for that all equipment operators are very well trained in a scientific way. We have several grades. We have a syllabus created for almost 90% of the equipment, which is approved by NSDC. And this level goes up to diploma. It goes even up to degree level. Of course, now we are only up to about 4th level or 5th level, which is equivalent to diploma. So he can be an operator, he can be a mechanic, then he goes to a team leader or a pool leader. So like that, there is also, we create a career path for the operators. It's not that he joins as the operator and he remains an operator. There is a scientific way of educating them, scientific way of training them to bring them for their career progression as well. So my request to the industry colleagues is that please come forward, support IESC, and in training more and more people. And of course, we will be, as IESC, as an association, we will keep pursuing the government to make it mandatory that only certified operators are used for operating the equipment. So thank you very much. And on my behalf also, I congratulate all the winners of the Yellow Dot Award. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, it's time to give this special memento to ICMA for their contribution towards the construction equipment industry. So with a huge, huge round of applause, may I request Mr. V. Vivekanand, President of ICMA, to receive the honor. I need everybody to please join your hands and clap. A very, very big round of applause. Come on. I want everybody to clap because the contribution is huge. And yes, the wait is over. And we have to start this special evening for which we have been waiting for so long. And we request Mr. Okay, so all the winners to come after the stage when I call out the names. Are you all excited to? Yes? I want a very big shout out. Yes or no? That's awesome. Okay, so now the very first thing. The first award goes to Outstanding Contribution in Construction Equipment Industry, goes to Mr. Glenville De Silva, founder and CEO, North Star Business Advisory INC, and former Vice President, Business Development Asia, Volvo, and Ingersoll Rand. So can we have the picture of him? Glenville De Silva is a highly accomplished professional with a diverse educational background with an extensive expertise in financial management, marketing, and engineering. De Silva's career trajectory underscores his extensive contribution to the construction, engineering, and machinery sector, as well as his dedication to leadership, innovation, and strategic management. Glenn De Silva is a certified Six Sigma Black Belt from Confederation of Indian Industry Institute of Quality, and has completed specialized training in Toyota Production System Lean Management. So congratulations to you. And now, I request Mr. Glenn De Silva to come up on the stage to have a few words to address the gathering.
I thought I had given those few words when we talked about the jury did. So I'll keep it to very, very few. Thank you very much for this recognition. It was completely unexpected. I didn't even know what was happening. But it all tells me that the industry which we are in, Vivek talked about in the past, we used to call it cautiously optimistic. Now it has changed to hopeful, and it's a very exciting industry. All of us who are in this industry know how exciting this is, and so it's been great to be in the industry, and I look forward to continue being part of the industry even in my retired life. Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, so now the wait is really over, and I'm super excited to call upon all the awardees on the stage. So while the awardees come on stage, I want everybody to join your hands and clap and cheer them. Are you with me? Yes, super cool. And the first category of award in Best Design, where machines will be awarded on the basis of safety, eco-friendly, and ease of operations, innovation, and transformational values. The winner in the category Best Design Innovation Award of the year and the model goes to Wheels Mounted Smart Crush JFS 230 by Hailstone Innovations Private Limited. May I request Mr. Williams and Mr. Muthushekar, COO, to come on the dais, and Mr. William, our Junior Managing Director, Hailstones, to come up on stage to receive the honors. Congratulations. And the next winner in the category Best Design Innovation Award of the Year goes to model ACEAP 21A, Articulating Boom Lift Self-Propelled Aerial Work Platform by Action Construction Equipment Limited. May I request Mr. Ankit Goyal, CTO, to come on the dais to receive the honor. No, this is a little disappointing from the audience. Thank you. Congratulations. And the next winner in the category Best Design Innovative Use of Digital Platform of the Year award goes to Dual Pro Wash 250 by Propel Industry Private Limited. And may I request Mr. Venkat, Joint Managing Director, to come up on the stage to receive the honors. Congratulations. And the next winner in the category Best Design Ease of Operation Award of the Year goes to model Dynapack Power Screen SD2500CS by Dynapack Road Construction Equipment India Private Limited. So now with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Vishwesh Rai, General Manager for Earth Road Equipment, to come up on the stage to receive the award. Congratulations. And before we move ahead with the next category, I want Mr. Jaideep Muzamdar from Timken India to join us on the stage to give away the awards. And the next award in the category Best Application in Material Processing and Material Handling Equipment Award of the Year goes to the model Finlay 883 Plus by Terex India Private Limited. And may I request Mr. Amal Benjamin, Executive Director, and Mr. Vijay Parthi, Sales Director, to come on the dais and receive the honors. Congratulations. And the next award in the category Best Design Ease of Operation Award of the Year goes to model Backhoe Loader 3DX Plus by JCB India. And may I request Mr. Rohit Sood, Senior Vice President and Head Backhoe Sales, to come up on the stage to receive the award. And I see only the first benches are super excited to cheer your colleagues, and all the back benches, I see most of them are not joining your hands. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And thank you, Jaideep sir, for joining us. Thank you so much. And the winner in the category Best Application in Road Equipment Award of the Year goes to the model ET120, a sub-batch mix plant by Aman India. May I request Mr. Anand Sundaresan, Managing Director, and Mr. Dheeraj Panda, MD, designated MD, to come up on the stage to receive the honors, please. And it is for the model ET120 asphalt batch mix plant by Aman India. Congratulations. And the next award in the category Best Application in Mining Equipment Award of the Year goes to the model ARX D3300 blast hole drill by ARX Mine Mining and Construction Equipment Private Limited. And may I request Mr. Amarnath Ramachandran to come up on the stage. So once again, let's cheer your colleagues who has received the award. Thank you. And the next award in the category Best Application in Construction Vehicle Awards of the Year goes to model Mahindra Blazo X Tipper by Mahindra and Mahindra Limited, truck and bus. And Team Mahindra MCE, Team Mahindra MTB, requesting them to come on the stage, please. And also requesting all the winners to stay back so that we can have a group photo at the end. And the next award in the category Best Design Innovation Award of the Year goes to the model LB40, Concrete Belt Conveyor by Switch Stetter India Private Limited. And I request Mr. VG Sakti Kumar, CMD, to come on the stage to take away the award. And also thank you, Mr. Rajesh Shalvia, President RD, for the award. And the next award in the category Best Design Eco-Friendly Award of the Year goes to the model 856HE Electric Wheel Loader by Ligong India Private Limited. And may I request Mr. Wusong MD and Emma Nischal Mehrotra, Senior VP, to come up on the stage to receive the awards. And I would be extremely happy when you join your hands and clap and cheer your colleagues. Congratulations. And next award in the category Best Design Innovation Award of the Year goes to the model Roadmaster G75 Smart by Mahindra Construction Equipment. And may I request the team Mahindra MTB and MC to come up on the stage. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome them on the stage to receive the awards. And the next award in the category Best Design Innovation Award of the Year goes to the model ACE F150 EV Next Gen Electric Crane by Action Construction Equipment Limited. May I request Mr. Ankit Goyal, CTO, to come up on the stage to receive the award. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome them on the stage. And precisely, you're not restricted to only clap, you can also make some noise for your friends. Congratulations. And again, we request all the awardees to stay back so that you don't go out and miss the photograph. And the next award in the category Best Application in Material Processing and Material Handling Equipment Award of the Year goes to the model Tata Hitachi EX 235 LCVR by Tata Hitachi Construction Machinery Company Private Limited. And may I request Mr. BKR Prasad, General Manager, Marketing, to come up on the stage to receive the award. And the entire team is here, and we'll have a big round of applause for them. And the next award in the category Best Design Innovation Use of Digital Platform Award of the year goes to Model IMAX Next Generation Telematics Technology by Mahindra and Mahindra Trucks and Business Bus. And may I request the team Mahindra MCE and MTV on the stage again. Heartily congratulations. And the next award in the category Best Design Innovation Award of the year goes to the model Mobile Screens Calper MSS 802 by Vidgen India Private Limited. So with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Gaurav Panwar, Head of Sales, to come up on the stage to receive the award. And we have the entire team again, so huge round of applause to the entire team for winning this award. And the next award in the category Best Design Innovation Award of the year goes to the model Hyundai HX380 by HD Hyundai Construction Equipment India Private Limited. And may I request Mr. Seong Wong Shim, Managing Director, and we have the entire team coming upon the stage. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome them on the stage to receive the award. Congratulations. And now we move on to individual award, the unsung heroes of the industry, honoring the Best Plant Head Award of the year. And the award goes to, any guesses? Yes, the award goes to Mr. Satyendra Tiwari, Case Construction Equipment Private Limited. Can we have the photo of Tiwari, sir, please? Congratulations. And now I request Mr. Satyendra Tiwari to please give the winning speech.
Good evening. Thank you for this honor. I think being as a graduate engineer, 30 years, I have been just manufacturing construction machinery. In last 30 years, I have seen the changes, lot of changes in product design, but equal changes in process engineering, which is also critical to make equipment which works at site. So these 30 years and this recognition means a lot to me, and we have changed our factory from nowhere to a global manufacturing hub, which is exporting to 120 different countries today within 5 years of time frame. So thank you very much for this honor. And this honor is also the team of mine, which is working days in, day out to produce them and the global manufacturing quality. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And finally, the most awaited and prestigious honor of the evening is, yes, so the ladies and gentlemen, it is the Lifetime Achievement Award. And let me tell about this person, and then I call him on the stage. Yes, are you all excited to know who it is? Yes, it's none other than Mr. Prakash Pai, a chemical engineer hailing from the Manipal Institute of Engineering, embarked on a modest journey. Starting as a young graduate in search of employment in Mumbai, he ultimately ascended to the position of managing director at Pozzolana, a fully integrated manufacturing facility he established in Hyderabad. Dedicated himself tirelessly to Pozzolana's advancement with a modest unit in Jedilmenta and a dedicated team comprising engineering designers, operating experts, supply chain management specialists, and unwavering support of his family. Prakash Pai led Pozzolana to achieve a remarkable feat. And this is amazing, sir. We love to have you here on the stage. And the development of India's inaugural cone crusher. This achievement was one of the experts in the heavy equipment industry has deemed impossible for an Indian manufacturer. Pozzolana's unwavering commitment to precision engineering and top-notch product services has propelled it to become Asia's largest crusher manufacturer, and Prakash Pai is celebrated as the Crusher Man of India. So with a huge, huge round of applause, let's welcome him on the stage. In recognition of his contribution to Indian business growth, Prakash Pai was honored with the Vikas Ratna and the government in 1995. In 2017, he further cemented his legacy by being named the Person of the Year. So can we have the words? And can I have a big, big round of applause for 10 long seconds with a stand? Yes, we need the standing ovation for this man, the Crusher Man of India. So that is a very, very special memento to the man himself, who has contributed his entire life to Pozzolana. Congratulations, sir. And sir, can we hear a few words from you, sir?
I am very pleased, honored, humbled with this Yellow Dot Lifetime Achievement Award. Thanks to Construction Times and Equipment Times. I have to thank to all the jury members and my family and my extended family and all my staff. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to all the awardees. And now it's time, the special thing to happen on the stage. Now I request Mr. Ramamurthy Mayavan to present a memento to our chief guest. And now I request Mr. K.P. Shivkumar, sir. It's an honor that you are here with us for this event. And now I request you to please address the gathering with few words.
Namaskaram. Good evening to you all. It is my privilege to be here and witness this prestigious Yellow Awards function. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the participants and winners today. As you are aware, now our country is actually a developing country. There is a lot of demand for construction activities and infrastructures. To achieve this, 3 areas are most important. Number one is, as we construct, as we need to take the projects at developed area, our projects are always challenging. To address this challenging, we have enough professionals to prepare the DPR. The second one is, you are the backbone, unsung heroes. Because of your support, a lot of manufacturing materials or equipments are available to construct the projects without much overtime provided, without any encumbrances. For that, you are giving very good support for innovative technology and advanced technologies. The most important area here is actually the operators and supervisors. Why I'm telling that operators and supervisors, they need a lot of training. They should know about safety and also health. One of my distinguished speaker is already thrown a light on their training. Why you need more important to the safety and health? I would like to take an example of the figures of ILO. As per the 2023 records, there are 2.3 million people are dying in a year at industrial area. Per se, every day, 6,400 people are dying nowadays at industrial area. Secondly, if you come to the national scenario, 435,000 people are killing in accidents. The main contribution from, of course, from traffic, 15% from the actually your area. So, as per the Supreme Court direction in 2016, by 2030, we need to actually reduce the accident by 50% at present. For this purpose, your support is most important to give the training to the operators for reduce the accidents at working spots and take care of their health. Coming to our end, this is all pre-construction activities. After the construction, we as a highway engineers, we are also giving a lot of importance to reduce the accidents on roads. Take an example of Karnataka alone. Every year, 10,000 people are killing in road accidents. Pedestrians accidents, 25%. Two-wheelers are 15%. For taking this data, we are actually worked out what are the gray area and where we have to improve. That's called EWCD. That is a facility to be provided for women, elders, and physically challenged peoples and children. So, keeping that in that mind, we constructed one road safety corridor as a pilot study under World Bank around 2016 to 17, and we did the case study. It has given a very good result. After implementing all these road facilities, the road accident has been reduced to 50%. Based on that, the government of Karnataka has taken a study for road safety study for 18,000 kilometers to meet the actually reduce the 50% accident by 2020, 2030. I take this opportunity, you're all gem, you're all dedicated, kindly support your area to reduce the accidents at wherever possible. In this request, I would like to conclude my talks And I would like to congratulate and thanks for Mr. Ramamurthy and all the organizer for giving me an opportunity and share some thoughts with you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Arinda.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words. I do not want to do this, the next segment, but time doesn't permit me that. Okay, so to all the awardees, can I have a 10-second loud clap for all of them? And congratulations to all the winners. And now may I request Mr. Jaideep Muzumdar, sir, from Timken, India, to bid a vote of thanks for this gathering.
I feel privileged and honored to present this edition of the Yellow Dot Award along with all the co-partners and the organizers and the host for this wonderful event today that all of you have gathered here together. So I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our eminent chief guest for taking out his time. I would like to thank the co-partners, the organizers, all the nominees who has won, who has competed during this award. I would also like to thank all the speakers for their wonderful insight during this award ceremony. And last but not the least, each and every member of this audience to make this award ceremony wonderfully successful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Last but not the least, let's all again put your hands together for the team ARC Events and Media Private Limited, who has come together and do this successful event. And a kind request to all the winners, please do come on the stage with your trophies so that we can have a group photo. And if you are in need of the award boxes, yes, the registration counter, you can get the award boxes there. As the celebration continues, we have the cocktails and dinners ready for you all. Once again, congratulations to you. All the winners, all the awardees, all the winners with your trophies. With your trophies and certificates, requesting everyone to please come on the dais so that we can have a one group photo. Yes, yes, yes. All yours.
हाथ दिखाना पड़ेगा बॉस बीच में
Check. Congratulations once again. So can we have 3 cheers to all the winners and for this Yellow Dot 2023 awards? Can you all do that? Yes? So 3 cheers to Yellow Dot Awards 2023. Hip hip. No, I did not hear that. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Thank you so much. This is MC Akshita signing off. Love you all. Take care and congratulations to all the award winners. And we have the cocktails and dinners ready for you. Please have it and enjoy. Thank you.